All right, to the people out there, first and foremost, we'd like to extend our gratitude and thank you for taking time out to listen to what we have to say. And hopefully you find today's webinar to be helpful and fruitful in your development, whether you are a quarterback yourself, another position player, coach, team president, whatever role you may find yourself in. I feel like we have information to share that'll help your journey. The purpose of this webinar is focused at the quarterback position, and we took an approach to kind of bottle up all the coaching and knowledge and experiences that we've had in our collective years of playing, and try to put it into a short little PowerPoint presentation so that it may benefit you in this upcoming season and the seasons after that. We'll start off with Shane Jackson. Many of you have heard of him before. He's an established player here in Europe, as well as having a very successful career in college here in the States. He's been playing in Europe for about 4 years now. He's played in one national championship and many other games throughout the European League. So at this time, we'll go ahead and turn it over to Shane. And yours, man.
Thank you, Lance. Good evening to those overseas, and good afternoon to those still on the American side of the pond. Today, what I'm going to present to you is the on-field job of the quarterback, basically answering this question, which most European coaches ask, how to minimize the productivity versus the practice hours with your QB that you get per week. Well, first, let me introduce myself. Lance gave you a small introduction. I've been for 20 years, all at the quarterback position from 6 till now. I'm 26, going on 27. I played high school, college, the whole nine. The teams, as you see, I played for in Europe were 2 in Denmark, the Kronberg Knights, and the Triangle Razorbacks, of which I played in the Danish national championship game, and also coached in the European championships in 2009. After that, I then made my way down to Germany, which is where I'm at currently today, still playing for the Boy Comets, where I also played for the Lübeck Seals, which are all of quarterback positions. Now, on to the presentation. Now, the on-field job of the QB. First and foremost, the quarterback's job is to lead his team. However you may do that, whether you're a vocal guy, whether you do by performance, or whether you just have an aura or a personality about you, that is first and foremost the job of the quarterback. Now, how do we do that as QBs? First, what was done throughout my career and what I do with the kids that I coach as well is I have a pre-practice routine which begins 15 minutes early. All quarterbacks are to be dressed and on the practice field 15 minutes early to begin pre-practice, just the quarterbacks. Punters and kickers, if your coach does those type of things. B, during practice, the quarterback is to jog and sprint to every single drill. If your other teammates see you sprinting and jogging, you pick up the tempo for practice. You are the one who starts and sets the tone every single day in practice. C, finish every single drill hard and give 100%. If your teammates see you going 100%, I guarantee you they will break their backs for you, because the quarterback is the one that when things are up, they're looking at you. When things are down, they're looking at you. Last is stay mentally focused throughout practices and games. When I say mentally focused, I mean when you have a drill off or you don't have a rep in this offensive series or this offensive drill, don't go to the back or behind the coach and start talking to a buddy. Stay in the game. Take mental reps as the person behind you or the person in front of you is taking a rep. Maybe you could help them with a step or this or that in their development process or growth during their playing days. Another thing, what we do now that we get into the practice mode is working on perfection, and we want to limit mistakes. First way we do that is by being coachable. Being coachable is basically, as it says, always take coaching. If a coach tells you to do something or asks you to fix something, then do your best to fix it. I understand sometimes it may not be comfortable, sometimes it may not fit to what is right for you, but if the coach is saying it, it has to be right for what the movement you guys are trying to do, where you're trying to get to. And also it says fix the problem. Second one, which is very, very huge for quarterbacks, is hold yourself and others accountable. Holding yourself accountable is meaning if you make a mistake, acknowledge it, accept it, learn from it, fix it. If you throw an interception, accept the fact you threw the interception, tell your teammates it's my fault, my bad, move on from it. Let's figure out how we can not throw an interception next play. Also, if a teammate or someone makes a mistake, help the player fix the mistake. So you don't have to or yell or bite a guy's head off. Help him fix the problem. Tell him that he messed up. Show him where he messed up, and show him or her where they messed up, and then help them fix the problem from there. Now we're into pre-practice. Now, what pre-practice is you're just getting on the field before everyone else, due to the fact that a quarterback needs a lot more time to warm up with different drills, due to the fact you only have 4 to 6 hours a week with a quarterback, depending on your practice schedule and how you do it. So pre-practice is a very important way. In 3 or 4 drills, maybe more, in a 15-minute period before your practice even starts. This pertains if you come out, light stretching, throwing. When I say throwing, it's just playing catch with one of the coaches or the other quarterback, and also ball handling. Ball from the center for handoffs to runners. Now, I know a lot of teams in Europe have started to make their way to a spread offense. So the handling ball from center will be more of a catch, but a way for ball handling to get comfortable with the ball, to where you can, when you get it from the center, you can be able to place fakes, give the ball to those if you have to, be able to get out of fakes and be able to get yourself and teammates in and out of bad or good situations. Something we in a sports world call around the world. You take a football, you bring your legs, close your legs, body parallel, standing straight up. And you take the ball twice around your ankles, twice around your kneecaps, twice around your waist, twice around your chest, and twice around your head, up and down the body, just to get hands used to the football, just to get them ready to work. Line footwork drills. These are very important for getting the quarterback's feet moving. Another important thing from throwing a football is quarterback's feet. You have to be on balance. You can never be off balance. You have to get away from center, so you got to have feet to get away from center for your drop back. Line jumps are a great way to get your quarterback started, to get the blood flowing, and that is you pick a yard line. Once again, you put your feet close together, and you jump back and forth across the line for 30 to 45 seconds, depending on how you want to do the drills of coaching, drills you want to fit in that 15 minutes. The object is to get back and forth over that line in as many reps as 30 to 45 seconds possible, and trying your best not to touch the line. Once you do that 4 reps, you then turn face to where your right or your left foot is close to the line. Then you begin jumping left and right footed, left and right sided over line. It's basically doing the same thing, getting your ankles warm, getting your legs ready to go. Now we get into the good stuff, the drop back drills. Drop back for QBs to get our get our balance, and 2, sure we get a straight line from the center to our end point where we set up the throw ball. That is important because you have an offensive line that is creating a U shape, or the pocket, and you don't want to, lag over to where you're closer to a defender or you possibly bump into one of your own offensive linemen trying to block for it. So just as you want to, once again, start at the sideline, drop back from the sideline to the middle of the field, which is basically between the hash marks in the middle of the field. Straight drop back, and do not stop. What you really want to do is you want to exaggerate getting away from center. You really want to get your feet in the ground. Just, again, this is still haven't even begun practice yet, so we want to keep that in mind. The key to this drill is for the QBs to really push and pull arms, meaning push and pull back. Get your shoulders and your torso as you drop back to pull back so you can get further, so you can get more depth in your drop and you can get back in your drop fast. Now we're into practice. Now once we get into practice, after we stretch and everything like that, the individual drill is really the only time a quarterback can get a chance to really work and hone in on their skills. And it's really the only time a coach has a one-on-one, kind of a one-on-four interaction with his QBs. So to continue everything that we're going to do is you can continue the footwork drills. You're going to continue the drop-back drills, and then we're going to get into throwing routines you want to use in your individuals. Number one, make sure your shoulders are square to your target as you begin to warm up. Make sure you take the ball. Should be right there, chest high. You then rotate torso, rotate hips with the legs and everything still staying square to your target. Pull back. Front shoulder is like your barrel that you're staring down. Boom, come through, fall through. Hand all the way down between the legs. Now, there's no stepping in this drill at all. There's no quarterback feet should not move at all during this drill. The second drill you want to do after maybe 20, 25 passes with the back and forth is it's called the wrong drill, or the throwing shoulder forward. And this one you place your throwing shoulder to your target, and you're going to really exaggerate, pulling your hips all the way back. It's going to seem uncomfortable at first, but the more you do it, the body will get used to turning. This is used for, as a right-handed quarterback, you roll to the rolling to your left, or a left-handed quarterback rolling to his right, having to throw to his right. It really helps you get your shoulders back so you can throw the ball. Remember, always follow through, hand down, and between the legs. Final drill you want to do for throwing to really start getting quarterbacks warmed up is a front shoulder step drill. This one is you put your front shoulder facing your target as if you were in the last step of your drop. If you just plan it to get ready to throw the ball. What you want to do now, you went to the bottom and top of your drop, close your front shoulder a little bit. You want to keep the ball shoulder to ear height. Maybe a little lower around the shoulder area, but you want to keep it up so that you can get the ball up. Always have a high shoulder coming down and let it go. Then you step to the target, 6-inch step, not over-exaggerating or over-striding. Step to your target, pull the shoulders back, follow all the way through with the hand coming between the legs. You can also do the same drills on a knee, 1 or 2 knees, your choice, whichever your coach or you as a player would like to use or implement in your daily routine. Continuing with practice. Now, as a quarterback, a couple of important things we need to remember when in the passing game is we need to know depth of our drop, the proper steps you need to take, speed in our drop, the weight transfer, throw the ball, then the follow-through. Now, what we have here on the screen are the charts that are the yardage that us as quarterbacks go by when we are in our drops from center or from shotgun. As you see from under center, if you take a 3-step drop, you should end up about yards from the center where you started from. 5-step drop should end up about 7 yards from where you started from underneath the center. And as you see, a 7-step drop is 10 yards. That's underneath the center. In shotgun, since you've already, taken the 5 yards away from dropping, now that you're in shotgun, you have a 1-step, which should get you about 5.5. You have a 3-step drop, 7 to 8 yards, and then finally the 5-step drop should get you 10 yards. Now, what we have down here is a clock, which is basically what a quarterback's footwork is based on a clock. Now, as you see, I only have 12, 3, 6, and 9 on here, but a lot of handoffs, if you're coming from under center or pistol, you will then have to, your first step will then be at 4 o'clock and at 8 o'clock. I repeat, your first step will then be at 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock. If you're going to the outside runs, if you have runs that are coming inside the tackles, almost inside the guard, your first step will be at 6 o'clock, whether you're going right or left. Same in the pistol. Pass, for the passing game, we use it for 6 o'clock so that we know we have a straight drop. When we have a sprint out to the right, we would then step to about 4, in between 4 and 5. If we have a sprint out to the left, we would then step in between 7 or 8 o'clock. So if, as a young quarterback coming up, or a quarterback who learns the position or is learning, or even as a coach who's a first-time coach or coaching a young quarterback, the clock is really something that can help get footwork down, which is really an important stable in playing the position, not just throwing the football. Now, the most important thing in quarterbacking when it comes to throwing the football is weight transfer. Now, after I explain this to you, I'm going to show you a couple of clips, a couple of pictures of a couple of professional quarterbacks that you guys see on Sundays, who a couple of them all really good clips and really good pictures of them using weight transfer, and one of them is really bad use of weight transfer, and it can show you where balls land and why some quarterbacks throw more interceptions than others. But weight transfer, as I said, other than confidence and leadership, weight transfer is the most important thing about playing the position on the field. With this action, the QB gets the power to throw, the speed on the throw, and at times the accuracy of the pass. Now, the weight transfer process begins. On the final step of the drop, the QB has to get his or her body into position to throw to the target. With the momentum of the body going backwards as the QB hits the final step, they bounce off the back foot, driving and forcing all the weight and momentum to transfer forward towards the throw. Now, when you do this, you want to hit the back foot and basically explode to get ready to throw a ball. And always remember, when you explode, exaggerate on keeping your front shoulder down so when you throw the ball doesn't settle on you. That is where the accuracy in the weight transfer comes in, because as you transfer your weight, your body will shift as you drop. It'll be the final step of your drop. It'll be all the way in the back of your stance. Then you have to, like a pendulum, swing your shoulder, front shoulder, downwards, which will bring your whole body through and keep accuracy and speed on the pass. Onto the clips. This first clip is a young man at a Division I AA school. As you see, he's already transferred his weight to his front foot. His front shoulder is down as you see him follow through with the pass. Nice 6-inch step between there. You see he's taking his body from leaning all the way on his back foot to taking it all the way forward. I'll give you another 2 clips. This is Blaine Gabbert here on the left for the Jacksonville Jaguars now, and Cam Newton here on the right. As you can see, Blaine has gotten to the back of this step. His weight is in the process of being transferred as he brings the ball up to throw it, and this is a very good example of what QBs need to look for. Leg, all the momentum is back here. Now as he gets ready to throw, you see this foot has moved from the white line up 2 inches to where a complete 6-inch step, ready to plant. His front shoulder is coming down as the ball rotates up to throw. Cam Newton, this is a perfect picture. This is exactly what the beginning of weight transfer looks like. You hit the back step. You see his receiver's already made the outcut. He wants to throw it towards the sideline. His back foot hit. Body is transferring forward. You see his foot getting ready to hit the ground as his arm comes up and his shoulders follow through and down. As you see, always keep the front shoulder down, ladies and gentlemen, as quarterbacks. That is a very important tool in success of playing this position. Now we have Matthew Stafford, which is showing you a bad weight transfer or no weight transfer off at all, forcing him to throw off of his back foot. As you see, he has not used his proper drop back mechanics. His stance is completely open. You see where his back shoulder and his front shoulder is slightly upwards from his back shoulder. All of his weight is here on his back foot. It has not began to transfer forward. And on this play, he did throw an interception because the ball sailed on it. High. It was high. It was a high pass. Now we get on to the drills, or the team drills. I understand, as I said, we only get 6 hours at the most a week with our quarterbacks. So now into what we need to compete and get better as a team. 9-on-7 is strictly for the running game, offense and defense. The quarterback's job is to keep the tempo going, keep the drill moving smooth, and putting your team in positions to win the drill. When I say positions to win the drill, if your coach allows you to call audibles or things of that such, then get your team in the right positions, the right angles, so you can get positive yardage during the drill. A quarterback needs to be working on ball handling. We learned from pre-practice, meaning you're seating the ball from the center, you're putting it in the stomach of the running back. You're very comfortable with the football. The footwork drill, clock, because you'll be taking 6 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock steps to get your handoffs off. And as you can see, make sure you carry out fakes and finish plays. That is a very important thing to do because now, as I said, a lot of teams have implemented the zone system. As you pull out to fake, when you hand that ball off, that defensive end has to respect you, and your running back has a cut lane there. So please never take a day off as a quarterback. Always fake, carry out fakes, and finish plays. And 9-on-7 is an amazing drill for that. 7-on-7 is more of what us quarterbacks are into doing. It's 7-on-7, strictly passing for offense and defense. And this drill is where the quarterback takes center stage. This drill is taking everything done in pre-practice and the individual drills and putting it on the field. So you're taking your drop back, you're taking your weight transfer, you're taking your front shoulder down, you're taking, clock, you're taking everything we've done in pre-practice in Indy and you're putting it to work in this drill. The job in this drill is to win, basically, while completing passes and using proper fundamentals and tempo while competing with your teammates. Focus must be high in this drill to limit mistakes. So if your focus is high, your drop backs are good, your passes are where they need to be, but they're not selling on you, and you're making proper decisions so that you can win the drill and, again, limit mistakes and prevent turnovers. Now the best part of practice, in my opinion, the team periods and the compete drills. The way my coaching has always been done, or coaching has been taught to me, most of our practices when we get to this point are broken down into downs or situational football, to where we are actually practicing on things that could possibly happen on Saturday or Sunday during the game while we're playing. Now we'll have a first down period. First down period is where the QB will have a mix of run and pass plays, where it's your job to make smart decisions, keep your focus up, and put your team in position to get positive yards.
I think we lost Shane there on that one. I'll just go ahead and run through the rest of his presentation. Basically, as you get an opportunity to compete in these team periods, the focus the attention to detail is the most important thing. Like I said, we all know that we get limited amount of reps throughout the week, and so whenever you're in these team situations, those reps now become gold. Right? And so you need to make sure that you're in a situation mentally where you can handle the down and distance the purpose of the drill, and being able to really get guys in the right situation. That way you don't lose, or as my coach used to always say, we're not burning daylight, which means that we're losing precious time on the field. So that's pretty much that. Goal line and short yards is pretty much the same. Again, situational simulations that are paramount. They're important to the development of the team throughout the week. So whenever you get in these situations, it's always important to understand what is going on and why you're doing it. Especially whenever you're in goal line or red zone, as a quarterback, you have to understand that you cannot afford negative plays. Sacks are not an option. Interceptions, fumbles, turnovers, those are not an option at all. Okay, kicking the ball, a field goal, or a punt is not a bad play, and you'll hear more about that in my section coming up. And as he says, as a quarterback, when you're not in the drill on the field, you should be the first one cheering your team on. And that also goes back with what he said about mental reps. Okay, staying focused and being ready for your opportunity.